Hey guys, what's up YouTube? So today I'm going to be bringing you another video. Today's video will be just like yesterday's, except it will be about breaking hills instead of anchoring as the series continues. I got another map to do. It's going to be slums, and then we'll be done with this series. So alright, so I'm going to be using the same class I used to explain all my videos with the EMPs and smokes, because I think those are the best things to have on when breaking hills, if you have your teams with EMP smokes. Okay, so this back hill doesn't really matter, or this first hill rather doesn't really matter. You just want to get control of it, you know, however you feel like you should, however your team wants to hold it, whatever, blah blah blah. But we're gonna picture a scenario where we have to break that next hill, the kitchen hill. So the scenario usually happens when your team flips out. If you get that spawn, you get this spawn, it happens when you don't break theirs. But let's say your team flips out from that spawn, and well, you're about 15 seconds, 20 seconds into this hill, and your team's still set up here trying to scrap up some time. So you pretty much scrap up the rest of this, 15, 20 seconds, whatever, and then you're at the point where you need a break. So assuming you kill off whatever's around here, off this hill, and you can get control of this backside, what your goal is as a team is to get at least 2 to 3 of your players back here, and one player to take the long route and either go around Art towards that water steps, or go all the way down from all the way around the Art base and up the basketball water side and stay alive. Basically, whenever you're breaking a hill, if you have men up in these positions, even if they're not fighting or killing anything, it's good because you're blocking an area of the map. So as you're pushing this, you're going to notice a lot of teams tend to throw trophies all over that area, and some back there. So good ways to blow up trophies that are really close by is you can throw EMPs up against this wall. That should blow up any close trophies, and you can throw up another one right about there, and that'll blow up any trophies around the jungle area, and that leaves it leaves the enemy vulnerable to smoke, so you can pop smoke sort of like this, and then this will give you an easy advantage. Like if you have your AR, your anchor, posted up back here, and your sub here, you can easily bait this guy off the head glitches. Careful, see if a guy rushes your smoke, and once you pretty much get this back area of the map, you pretty much broke the spawn. This is a pretty simple hill to break. And then after you break the spawn, you kind of want to just rotate over, kind of how in the anchoring video, and close off all the sides, kind of how the anchor video teaches you how to over-rotate, I guess to call it, over-rotate to block all the source spawns. You want to block this water spawn because occasionally, even if you have that top spawn blocked, again, you don't have that water spawn blocked. Unless the guy that went water, stays alive. Because that's why you send at least 1 or 2 guys over by water side while the rest of your team pushes top, because this guy will block any sort of water spawn. So once you block this spawn and the top spawn, they start spawning across the map. So again, you just pinch the hill. That's how you block the spawns. Alright, so next we're going to go over that garage hill. I know the hills, the actual hill, like rotation, don't follow the hill rotation. That's just hard point, being hard point. I'm trying to explain each hill in depth, so it's going to take longer than 60 seconds. So let's say we're on rotation from Kitchen Hill, and we're rotating towards the Laundry Hill. This hill is kind of like the one from Yemen, where you have to push both sides. So again, you're going to kind of do the same thing that you did on Yemen. And don't run out this front door, really. Like it's pointless. You're probably going to die if a guy comes out watching. Usually when you have to break this next hill, you send at least 2 to 3 guys water, at least 2 to 3. 2 at least. You send your AR and a sub. The AR pretty much just like covers the sub guy as he baits. So the sub guy will hug corners. The AR will kind of go to those head glitches pre-aim, and you guys will look around here for enemies. And then the ARs and the subs will bait and switch. Here it's pretty simple. You can use your tacticals how you wish, but your whole point is to get control of this building or trade. So let's say the enemy anchor is here. The SMG should bait, and if the SMG kills him, great. That means you have a 2 versus 3. If the enemy kills your submachine gun player, the anchor has to trade. If the anchor trades here, and at least kills that guy, then all the anchor has to do at this point is stay alive and hold. And then what the rest of your team has to do after rotating from that kitchen hill is they have to, if they start spawning laundry, they can go down laundry. If not, then they clear this middle area. I know I said don't go there, but you got to clear it first. Clear this middle area, and you can send one guy around ring and one guy through the middle. So that's 2 over there and 2 coming to our building. So the players coming to our building, they got to check all these corners. Here's where EMPs and stuff like that, the placement could be good. I tend to kind of throw an EMP like around up against this wall because it clears any trophies right on the other side. And then your other player can come through red or, be slow. You got to bait these guys because the enemies are going to be pushed up into this building. They're going to be pushed up and, trying to fight you. So the guys coming through middle and the guys coming through art have to pinch these guys and work together. Don't just, sprint through like an idiot. Like pre-aim your corners, coordinate with that guy. Alright, whatever you may do. And then get up in this building, and then, EMPs such as like, up against this wall or up right there will blow up any trophies here. If you see trophies like right over there, you can throw them under the car, whatever. And that'll pretty much leave their base vulnerable and able to smoke out. So you can smoke out, and then you got to coordinate with your team because if you kill 1 or 2 guys here and they kill 1 or 2 guys over there, then any of the people that you kill are going to spawn away. Because again, if you only push one side, let's say your whole team pushes water, they're going to spawn right on the other side of this gym right here if you don't pinch both sides. So that's why it's important that you take your time. If you see your team all spawning on that side of the map, you got to take your time. Don't all just go water. You got to take your time, and I know I'm saying take your time a lot, I'm sorry. But you got to, I'm stressing it, you really got to be slow. You got to, bear with it, man. If you spawn all the way across the map, take your time, go all the way around, because all it takes is 1 or 2 breaks, 1 or 2 kills that, block both spawns, and they're gone. And it gives you control of the hill. So you got to pinch it. 1 from that side, or 2 from this side, 2 from this side is the ideal way. Just trade your kills, take That's hilarious. I can't think of any other way to say take your time, so I have to say it 100 times. But seriously, be slow. Pre-aim. Don't just like, come running through. Just like, be slow. Just wait it out. Alright, do it with your teammate. There's 1 kill, and then your teammate's over here. There's 2 kills, and you block the spawn. It's easy. Alright, now, let's say you pick up the scrap time here, and you're forced to rotate towards top basketball hill. Let me jump off the map real quick so I have EMPs again. Well, basketball hill, rotating to basketball hill is sort of similar like rotating to kitchen hill, except it's from the bottom of the map. So instead of, going water, you want to go around. You're going to want to go through the top side, kind of like you did for kitchen. Get control of that area of the map. And then you want to go through the kitchen as well. So you go through this hill, and then you go through all the way around, and this is how you break the basketball spawn. So, good ways to break this, break the kitchen area. Just throw EMP up against the wall. That'll make sure there's no trophies on the other side. And then you can kind of like, use your stuns and nades if your teammates have any, to fight this area off. Kill the guys in money in kitchen, and then these guys are good. Now, the guys up here, you always got to be really careful when pushing from this ring side up here because a guy could go top laundry and pick you guys, or he could be hiding in one of these corners. So, try to climb up in this building, check your corners. AR and sub up here is probably the best bet. As your teammates fight kitchen, that's going to kind of redirect the attention, or as your teammates fight up here, depends who gets there first. The kitchen people will try to redirect, and the kitchen will be weak. One area of the map will be weak at a time, because the thing is, ideal setup for a team is they're going to have a guy in hill and then 3 guys outside. So that kind of leaves them in a 3v4 situation, does it not? So let's say they have one guy here in like money, or they have 2 guys here. Let's say they have a guy money and a guy kitchen. Alright, let's say, and they only have 1 guy up top. This is going to put them in a 3v4 situation. 1 guy up top versus 2 guys, and 2 guys in here versus 2 guys. So it's going to be a 2v2 and a 1v2. So if this guy sees that there's 2 people rushing him, he's going to call for help. He's going to, he's going to say, oh, I need help, I need help, I need help. So once this guy calls for help, the guys in kitchen there's only 1 guy in kitchen, it becomes vulnerable. That's how like breaking hills pretty much works. You just got to, pick your 2v1s and your 1v2s correctly. Not your 1v2s, your 2v2s, your 2v1s, correctly. So you got to just isolate them, make them focus on one side of the map, and then hit them hard from the other. That's pretty much how breaking hills works. So again, when breaking this hill, you can use your SMG here to kind of bait out while your AR shoots. But ideally, your goal is to get control of this top side in the kitchen. Once you do that, it's pretty much, it just becomes a setup. After you got a kill, like a kill or two here and a kill or two here, and you have spawns blocked. If you don't have this top spawn block, they might spawn there. It's lucky, but if not, they're going to spawn far water. And then this is where you do that, half cut thing where you block both spawns and then you cut. So you cut here. You fend off this hill, and then all you guys push down from the top and fight the last guy in the hill while you cut off here. Stuff like that. That's pretty much how breaking works. All right, next. Let's say you're on rotation from rectangle hill. You got to break the rectangle hill. Pretty much your goal is going to be kind of how you rotate. So let's say you're getting scrap time off this hill. You're going to want to break the key positions. You're going to want to break kitchen, and you're going to want to break ring. Those are pretty much the ways you break it. So last guy on hill should usually go up top. Don't ever go out that door. They're going to expect you, though, because usually a guy will wait for you. He'll wait for you in this money window, and he'll wait for you to come out that door, and if you don't, he's going to turn around. So, take your time and pretty much try to kill this guy in this room. If you kill this guy in kitchen, don't just be a maniac and run out. After you kill this guy kitchen, and assuming your guys are pushing ring, just sit in here, because occasionally they'll even fight you. If you're here, they're going to push you. They'll try to get you out of this building because they know how important this is. And once they try to do that, that's a big mistake, especially if you wait for them. Because if you wait for them and you get that second kill, it's going to put them at a man advantage, and you're going to be able to, push the hill and kill them out of it. So you get this kitchen control. You usually can send like 2 here. Send 2 by kitchen and 2 up top. The 2 up top will fight the anchor, and the 2 here will, fight any SMGs close up. Once you get a kill here, one of the other SMGs could go ahead, jump out the money window, and flank this water steps. So now you have position in kitchen, water, and you're fighting the guy ring. If you fight that guy off ring, you have position from kitchen and water. You guys can all come in from one side and focus them on one area of the map, and it'll work perfectly. So you got one guy jumping in from kitchen, one guy coming in from ring, and the AR backing him up, and then you have this SMG coming in from water steps. And that's pretty much how you want to break this. You can do this however you want. Throw EMPs at the walls, throw smokes, jump in, etc. It's really how you want to do it, but that's the best way to do it. You get kitchen control, you get ring control, you send a guy to flank. Take your time. This will take like 20 seconds to do all this at once. It should, if you do it correctly. And then, get kills. They'll start focusing on that spawn, and that's how you pretty much pinch out the spawns on this hill and break it. And then it goes on to rotation of ring. So let's say you are rotating from this hill, and it's going back to the middle hill. The way you break this is you send 3 guys at least up top. You fight this guy up top, fight the spawns, get the good spawn, and the last guy can pinch art or middle. You converge on this hill, and then you break it, and then you want to push out red and this side, and they spawn far away. I know this was a quick video, and I try to make it as detailed as possible. This is like a pretty common sense map. It's a hard map to kind of just explain. I don't know, I feel like I did my best. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a like. If you didn't, sorry about that. I suck. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you learned a lot from this video. Peace.